So the most common question, just to start out with the whole global of the note business, most common question ever been asked is, Eddie, what is a note? That's a note. A check is a note. If I make that check out to John Doe for $1,000 and I sign it, what does John Doe now own? John Doe owns a note. If I give that check to John Doe and for whatever reason he doesn't have a checking account, what could he do? How could he get to his money? Well, you're saying, no, Eddie, there's businesses now that have been built around that. It's called a check cashing service. So he could take his $1,000 check to a check cashing service and they'll cash his check. They'll give him the money. Whoops, what's the catch? The catch is they're not going to pay him $1,000. They give John Doe $800 or $850 or $900, whatever that is. What they're doing is they're buying John Doe's note, his check, they're buying his note at a discount. So I am in the discount note buying business. I buy notes where the people owe more money than what I'm paying for the note. So theoretically, what if the check cashing service only paid John Doe $10 for the $1,000 check? Is that legal? Could you do that? You're saying, well, yeah, Eddie, I guess you could. They just endorse the check and they give it over to them. How much does Eddie still owe if they only pay $10 for that check? Eddie still owes $1,000. That's right. The fact that the buyer of that note bought it at a deep discount has nothing to do with the fact of how much is still owed on that note. Now, did I mention to you that I buy real estate secured notes? Yeah, I buy notes secured by real estate. So what does that mean? So a seller is going to sell a property to a buyer, and they're going to transfer ownership of the property, and those of us that have been around real estate go, oh yes, I know what you're talking about. That's called a deed. So he transfers the deed to the buyer, and the buyer doesn't have all cash. What does he do? Well, he goes to the bank, and in order to get the bank to make a loan, what does he got to sign? Oh yeah, he signs a mortgage note. So who holds the note? The bank holds the mortgage note. So the note, just like that check, it reads pay to the order of First National Bank of you know where. It's signed by the buyer, and those are the components of the notes. And could I buy that note from the bank at less money than what the borrower owes? In other words, could I buy that note at a discount? And the answer is absolutely yes. That's what I do. I buy real estate secured notes at a discount.